I want to try to make this video as fast as I can because my battery is about to die and I got to go inside in a minute. But what I was going to say is I used to tell my friends and family in the past all the time that I don't want to be rich. I just want to be well off. You know, if I could just be well off so I don't have to worry about what I'm going to eat the next day, what clothes I'm going to buy to put on my back, or how I'm going to pay this bill and pay that bill, I'll be fine. I don't want anything else. But what I've come to understand is that being well off, that don't last either. Because if you're well off, you're still subject to something or someone, because you still have to answer to a higher power. And I'm not talking about God at all. As long as we all live on this planet, we're all going to have to answer to someone higher. We're all slaves. But the kind of slavery that I'm talking about is this modern day slavery that the middle class and the poor class are under. Meaning, if you got to wake up every single day to get on the clock at a certain time every single day and stay on that clock and you cannot leave, you got to obey somebody else's rules and commands, you're a slave. Until you can flick the light switch on your own business and you can call your own shots and make your own money without another man employing you, you're a slave. Point blank period, you're a slave. There's no questions asked. You are a slave in modern day slavery. That's why I don't understand when I see people getting on Facebook and all these different other social sites. I'm getting this money and you ain't blah. You're a slave. You're a slave too. Yeah, you're getting the money, but you're a slave. Because if you decide to leave that job, what's going to happen to you? If you called your own shots, what's going to happen to you? You're going to lose that house. You're going to lose that car. You're going to lose everything you have, because nothing you have anyway is yours anyway. But the point that I'm trying to make is I have noticed down through the years that if you are not rich, you are a slave. You are under people and you're just more subject to being controlled. You cannot be your own person if you're not rich. If you don't have your own, you cannot be who you need to be and who you are. You have to subject yourself to somebody. You have to subject yourself to someone else's rules. You have to subject yourself to someone else's authority, and you cannot be your own person or be your own man, because if you don't obey what they want you to obey, you'll get thrown out. Whether it be a house, whether it be an apartment, whether it be a condo, motel, whatever you're living in, if you do not obey to somebody's rules and regulations, that's the end of you. Pretty much. I want to be rich because I want to set my own tone. And I'm not saying that in any arrogant way, but if you've been through what I've been through, and if you understood and understand how I've been controlled for many years, even through friends will do it to you. Because when you're with them, you ain't got nothing to eat. You ain't got no money to pay for yourself. What's going to happen? You got to subject yourself to what they want to do, how long they want to keep you out. You ain't got no car. You don't have any say-so in your life whatsoever if you do not have your own. So that's why I say I want to be rich. I want to be able to enjoy this planet that man did not make. God made this planet. So if God made this planet, why do I have to pay to see God's nature, God's beauty, God's art? I got to pay you to fly across the world to look at everything that God has made. I got to pay you to eat the fruit that grows from the ground. Whether you plant that seed or not, if God didn't allow that seed to grow, it's not going to grow. Nothing is going to happen for it. It won't even fertilize if it wasn't for God. And we're modern day slaves. We got to pay to eat. Back in ancient times, they didn't pay to eat. They had their own fields. They did their own thing. And they had plenty.